Welcome back, everybody, to a brand new episode of Inside the Dome. I'm John Dodaro, and I am joined with Carlin Jacob. It is week 3 already of college football. Week 3 has finally arrived. I can't wait to talk about football because we need some football in our lives. Let's just say that. I've already missed it. It's already recording on a Wednesday now. Tuesday, Wednesday are rough days with no football. Can't wait for Thursday at least for Commanders, Packers. But how are you doing today? New week of college football.
Hanging in there. It's Wednesday. It's been a long day.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. But
yeah,
how you doing?
Not too bad. We record in the evenings. I like it when we get to this point of the day. It's usually a good time.
College football. If you're going through a rough day or in general, hopefully we can be a little light to your day.
We always try to be a positive impact in your days. We always need positivity in our lives. So hopefully we bring that for every hour that you listen to us over the week. Many hours throughout the week when you count both podcasts. So we're here to talk about football, and we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot because last week I said it was kind of a not crazy week. But when you look at the results that we had, it was kind of a crazy week. I mean, first off, congratulations to myself for the first Superdog being correct this year. I successfully got my first Superdog. Little light clap. Mississippi State defeated Arizona State. The first ever Superdog. I get a bonus point that will be saved until the end of the year. I'll keep track of those throughout the year. Unfortunately, your Kentucky pick was actually kind of close.
It was.
I'm not going to lie. It was close, but it didn't happen. But Kentucky nearly beat Ole Miss. Other than that, I only had I had 2 incorrect picks. The first one was Illinois-Duke. I tried being different, and I failed miserably. Illinois and Duke. The second one we both got wrong, and this was the only pick that we both got wrong. South Florida against Florida.
Damn.
Oof. I do have to apologize because last week we were making one certain pick. You can kind of see it on our doc. And I was starting to say that South Florida was a joke. And that I didn't believe in them. I would like to officially take that statement back. South Florida is legit because South Florida is now ranked. They are ranked in the teens, actually. Because they beat Boise State and they beat Florida. And they're in another ranked matchup this week as well. There'll be an interesting Superdog pick potentially. So South Florida, I apologize to you. You did very good this week. You beat Florida, so congratulations. Other than that, Carlin, you lost the Battle of Iowa. Unfortunate.
You lost
the Battle of Iowa. Iowa State beat Iowa in a close game. Arizona State or Mississippi State. You took Michigan over Oklahoma. Oh no. Not good. Not good.
But
so you're starting in a little bit of a hole. Yeah. I would say this season. A little bit of a hole.
That just means we're gonna have to predict a lot of these games, right?
Yeah, you got some catching up to do. I am up right now. 42-4 is my record, plus a Superdog point. You are 35-11.
I have a gut feeling I'm going to beat you this week in picks. Just saying.
This week is interesting because typically we predict matchups with a ranked opponent, with some exceptions. One exception will be the first game that we predict. But first, let's go through week 3 and everything that is happening. College game day will be at the Georgia versus Tennessee game. So SEC matchup.
It could have been
the game that we're predicting first. We'll get to that in a second, of course. South Florida, Auburn, and Missouri have all entered the top 25. Congratulations to those teams for making the top 25. We will be predicting all 3 of those teams this week. Florida, who lost to South Florida, Arizona State, who lost to Mississippi State, and SMU have exited. The SMU one is interesting because if you remember, in our early predictions, you predicted SMU to be a fall-off team, essentially. And they've already fell out of the top 25.
Yeah, I got that right. I mean, you got it right too, I think.
I like
But
Boise State falling out.
yeah,
That also happened. Unfortunate.
we get it sometimes. It's not often, but when we do, we do.
We do. But yeah, they fell out. I think the AP poll very harsh to Arizona State because last week they were 12.
Yeah.
And one loss and they're out. They're out completely. Bama, one loss and they're in a 20 spot. And they actually went up 2 spots this past week. They're back in the teens. Are we smelling some SEC bias? Definitely.
But
Gotta love the SEC. God, I love the SEC. But we're predicting 2 teams right now that are not in the SEC. The game of the week, in my opinion. The game that is going to be broadcasted on ESPN in that 3:30 spot. The Backyard Brawl for the 4th consecutive year. Pitt versus West Virginia. The Backyard Brawl, one of my favorite games. In the past 3 years, I've attended 2 of these games in person, one at West Virginia and one at Pitt. The one at West Virginia won. The one at Pitt won. And the very first year that they did it, that I did not attend, it was at Pitt, and Pitt won. So far in this series, the home team has won in these past 3 years. 4th year is at West Virginia. So you would think West Virginia is favored to win. Time to break down this game, so get comfy real quick. We'll start with Pitt first because they are the visitors. They are 2-0 right now. They killed Duquesne in week 1. We did not predict this game, but we did shout it out. They have a returning quarterback in Eli Holstein, who I think is a pretty good quarterback. Returning running back in Desmond Reed, who has been electric to start the season. I believe their very first play of the season was a kickoff return for a touchdown, or a punt return it was, of Desmond Reed. So you know what he's capable of as well as a runner and a receiver. They did lose some players on the receiving side, especially one of their talented tight ends. But this is a good team. Now, they have yet to play anyone that I would call good. Duquesne is not good. No offense. Central Michigan is not good. So they have yet to face true competition yet. I will say that. But Pitt is a good team. Last year, they were competing in the ACC until they choked massively. Literally massively. Went on a complete losing streak. They lost SMU, they lost Virginia, Clemson, Louisville, Boston College to end their year, and lost their bowl game as well. Terrible ending for Pitt. But now they're back. A lot of returners. Who knows how good this team is going to be? They're going into a very hostile environment where they have to go against the West Virginia Mountaineers. These Mountaineers have a lot to prove. It is a very new team with some returners, but not many anymore because 2 returners just got season-ending injuries. Jaheim White, starting running back, out for the season. Jaden Bray, one of the starting wide receivers, out for the season. Not looking good. They do have returning quarterback Nico Markiel, who I do like. He did not have a great game against Ohio. Let's look at their schedule so far. They killed Robert Morris, but Robert Morris is also not a very good team, so that's not legit. They played Ohio, who Ohio is a top team in the MAC. Can't disrespect them. And we are going to predict Ohio today because they play Ohio State. So we'll get to talk about Ohio a little bit. But they lost to Ohio. This was a bad loss. This was a game that could have been won if the West Virginia offense was good. The offense was not good. Simplest way to put it. You could blame the injuries. You could blame the coaching, the O-line. I blame the O-line mainly and the coaching. Nico has to play better. It was not a good game for offense. The defense gave the offense a chance. They had 3 interceptions. The offense blew it. Straight up. And, like Carlin was alluding to, West Virginia lost game day because of this. Kirk Herbstreit said that they were planning on going to Morgantown until they lost to Ohio. So West Virginia missed out on college game day. That's a big deal, especially for the school and the fans. to miss out on an opportunity, whereas College Game Day decides to keep the SEC bias going on. But it's a big game for West Virginia because you have to get back on track. You can't lose this game. The past 3 years, whoever's won this game had the momentum throughout the whole season. The year West Virginia beat Pitt, they had momentum that whole year. They made it to a bowl game and won the Duke's Mayo Bowl. 2 years they lost, they didn't even qualify for a bowl game. So there's a lot of significance going into this game. This is a momentum swinger. You win this game, you're back on track. You can put that Ohio loss behind you. You're back on track going into Big 12 play. But if you lose this game, you're going in with no momentum, a completely down fan base with little confidence, and it's going to be rough. Because you got to play Kansas, and you got to play Utah, then BYU, then UCF. You are going into Big 12 play right after this. So if you lose this game, your momentum is gone, and there's going to have to be some changes quickly if they want to salvage this season. It's a huge game for the Mountaineers. It's a big game for Pitt as well. There's a lot of pride, especially with Rich Rodriguez, the head coach. He's had some bad history with Pitt, some heartbreaking losses. So it's a big game for him. It's a big game for all the players. It's a big game for the fans. And by fans, I literally mean me, because this game means a lot to me. It's the biggest game of the year for West Virginia fans.
This is your first game you're predicting as an alumni.
As an alumni, this is the first game I am predicting. It's crazy. I've been at these games as a student. I don't have that privilege anymore to be there as a student. So, and I'm not going to be there at the game because tickets are very expensive. So it is unfortunate that I will not be there. But I will be in spirit, tweeting everything, follow the socials throughout this game. This is the game I will be focusing on most this whole entire weekend. Out of all these games that we're predicting, this is the game I am most excited for. Which is why I probably have a lot of bias in who I'm picking. I will say, this is going to be a close game. Pitt might look better on paper. They might be 2-0, but home field advantage is massive. The crowd that you get at West Virginia for the Backyard Brawl is unlike any other crowd that West Virginia gets. Best way to put it. The crowd is incredible in Morgantown for this game. It is absolutely incredible. It is loud. When they sing Sweet Caroline, it is the loudest thing down there. It's an amazing environment. It is going to be very tough for Pitt to play down there. This is actually insane. I'm looking at this too. And I think this makes my week super easy. Pitt is a 6.5 point favorite. I think you know what that means, typically, in the world of superdogs. So, I'm going to go first in my prediction. And I think you know what I'm going to do. I am taking West Virginia now as my superdog for this week. I was wondering on what I was going to do with the superdog. There was a lot of options this week, but this makes it so easy. I'm taking West Virginia as my superdog. They are being disrespected right now. 6.5 point underdogs is insane. That is diabolical. This is going to be easy. I will say this with the superdog. Last week, the odds did lower, but we established the rule that it just matters when we predicted it. So if the odds lower after this episode, doesn't count in terms of changing the superdog. The superdog will stand. But I'm taking West Virginia to win this game as my superdog. I am confident. I believe in the fans. Let's say that. I believe in the fans. I believe that they will make a hostile environment. This could be a tough environment for Eli Holstein. I believe in the defense. The defense has looked good so far. I believe that they can step up when it matters most. The offense can get enough. Losing Jaheim White is going to hurt. So hopefully somebody in that backfield steps up, and hopefully Nico Marchiol can make some big plays when he has to. They have to play a perfect game. Last week was not perfect against Ohio. But I have faith. I know West Virginia has faith. I know all my alumni out there have faith. And the people I know down there that will be at the game have faith. I believe in you, Mountaineers. Don't disappoint me. You are my superdog this week. Let's go, Mountaineers, baby. Let's go. Carlin, who are you taking?
You gotta mark your pick too.
I do.
All right. As we know, I'm not a big Pitt fan. I don't like Pitt. Never have. WVU has been very special to me over the past couple of years. I've visited John multiple times down in West Virginia. I have fond memories of going to that place. I've been to a basketball game on my birthday. That was really fun. That was an awesome game. That was when what's his name was there at coach. Can't think of his name.
Oh, the guy got fired.
Yeah,
Oh, there's
him.
Bob Huggins. Bob Huggins.
It was against Kansas State, an electric game. I will never forget that game. And I have very fond moments. I got a nice hat from West Virginia that I wear. Not often, but sometimes. Even when I go around Pitt people, I'll wear the hat just to annoy them because you got to, right? You got to. Pitt, I told them, I said earlier in this year, I said, you know what, Pitt, I think is going to be my sneaky team to do decent this year. You know, if they keep the pieces that they kept last year and they keep the train rolling, they should do good. Same with West Virginia. They got Rich Rod back. Things are looking electric down there. Then Ohio lost, and then Ohio beat them. And obviously they're not getting college gamed out of it, which kind of sucks because that would have been awesome. So, like, I'm kind of torn, John. I'm kind of torn. So, after thinking about it, I'm going to go with the Pitt Panthers this week, baby. Give me Pitt to win this game. Here's the thing. John, look at me. You lost to Ohio. Yes, they are a great school and a MAC school, but you are a big four power conference school. You should have at least decently handed Ohio. You maybe let them score points, but you should have won, and you didn't. Yes, the statistics say that West Virginia should win because it is at their home stadium and it is a home game. But I don't know, Jim. I don't know. Give me the Panthers.
Take that hat off.
Oh, I'm keeping it on this whole episode now.
You two people, you understand what's happening. Okay. That took 17 minutes right there.
Rapid fire.
All right. You only get to do this once a year.
Yeah, exactly.
So, once a year. Special episode of College Predictions. Let's move on to some better things now. Some things that we can agree on. And I'm just happy I got my super dog over with as well. That makes it so much easier. All right. Indiana State versus number 22, Indiana. Interesting. Indiana playing pretty good to start the year so far. Last week, they beat, pulling it up right now, Kennesaw State 56-9. They have played a bunch of nobodies so far. They got another week of playing nobodies until next week. They play Illinois at home. That'll be a big game to predict. Illinois, who's ranked number 9 right now. So that'll be exciting next week. This week doesn't seem that exciting. No disrespect to Indiana State, but who are you taking? You pick first.
I do pick first. I'm going to take Indiana, ranked. I think if they win, they have a good shot at getting game day next week.
Possibly.
Depends on what the games are, but I know a lot of teams are on bye. Penn State's on bye next week.
Interesting. I'm going to take Indiana with you. We won't stay long on that. Illinois is playing WMU. We're predicting them later. I expect wins there. So, yeah, 22 versus 9 could be interesting if they want to move away from the SEC. I think that'd be a good game to predict. I'm looking very briefly at next week. They could go to the SEC for South Carolina, Missouri. That is possible. Hope not. Who else? Auburn, Oklahoma, but they were just at Oklahoma, so they're not going to go back. Yeah, it's not a very great week. Yeah, Indiana, Illinois could be the place to go if they don't go to Missouri. Get away from the SEC, please. Get away. Next game we're predicting, Wisconsin versus number 19, Alabama. Alabama is favored minus 20.5, so take that into consideration. Bama got the rebound win. Should be easy to get a rebound win against L.A. Monroe. I remember saying that we were going to have serious conversations if Bama lost that game. Thank goodness they're not losing that game. Now they play Wisconsin. Wisconsin is a 2-0 team as well, who have played a bunch of nobodies. No disrespect to Miami of Ohio. But, hey, that's a MAC school. They got it done. Barely scored, though. They beat Middle Tennessee 42-10. This is a tough game at Bama as well. If it's at Wisconsin, maybe we can have some fun, but it's not. Give me Alabama to win this game.
By the way, if you get bored Friday night, Indiana State plays Indiana Friday night.
Okay. That is true.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Bama, ranked number 19, Wisconsin not ranked. At Bama, that's a hard game for Wisconsin to even go play. Though, Bama's very undisciplined, so watch out maybe for an upset. But I'm going to stick with a safe pick. Give me Alabama.
All right. Next game that we got is a very interesting game. Clemson, ranked number 12, versus Georgia Tech. The reason why I say interesting is because Clemson is only a 2.5-point favorite going into this game. Georgia Tech has always been good, especially last year. They were a pretty good team that had some upset potential and had some upsets straight up. And they are 2-0 to start the year. Most notably, they beat Colorado week 1. They beat Deion Sanders on the road. Week 2, they killed Gardner Webb. Funny name. Can join the list of funny names. This is a big week for Georgia Tech. They get to play Clemson at home as well. Clemson, rough year against LSU. 17-10 they lost. And then against Troy, they were losing bad at one point in this game against Troy. And they only won 27-16. They struggled. Now, is this a sign of things to come? I don't know. Cade Klubnik didn't play his best. They had a good running game. They got going later, but it took them a while to get going. So Clemson's been looking kind of shaky a little bit. I don't know, Jim. You pick first. Who you taking?
I sniff a little bit of an upset here.
Okay. Sniffing.
I'm sniffing. I'm a sniffler for Minecraft. I'm going to take Georgia Tech. Why not? Why not? It's on the road. If it was in Death Valley, I would probably take Clemson, but it's on the road. So.
This seems like a very easy upset to pick. So because I am ahead of you and I would like to keep getting ahead of you, I'm going to take Clemson, who is still favored in this game. Clemson is probably just praying for a rebound game. Cade Klubnik is probably praying for a rebound game. So I think they rebound in general, and they get cooking here. I'm going to take Clemson to win. Next game, Oklahoma. Number 13 ranked Oklahoma versus Temple. They had a great week against Michigan. Big statement win against the Wolverines.
Boomer.
They're Sooner. We're only saying that once. We're only saying that once.
Aww.
Not a big fan of Oklahoma in general. But John Mateer, their new quarterback, has been fantastic. He had 270 passing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns as well. He's been great for Oklahoma. He is an early Heisman talk person, so we'll see if that stands once we get to the SEC, where they have a daunting schedule after this week. They have to play Auburn next week, Kent State, which is easy. Then they got Texas, South Carolina, Ole Miss, Tennessee, Alabama, Missouri, and LSU.
Yeah.
Every team is ranked aside from Kent State for the rest of the year. They have a rough schedule, and we're going to be predicting them a lot. But they're going to start with a win. I'm going to take Temple. Ooh, I nearly just said I'm going to take Temple. I'm going to take Oklahoma to win this game.
Yeah. Temple, a Philadelphia school.
Yes, it is.
They're good at a lot in Philadelphia. But Temple football ain't one of them. Give me Oklahoma, baby.
Boomer.
Sooner. I always forget that Oklahoma was in the Big 12.
Yeah. They were. When I was at school, they were still in the Big 12.
Isn't that funny?
And then they moved to the SEC. Them in Texas. Unfortunate. Next matchup, number 4, Oregon versus Northwestern. Oregon is a 28.5-point favorite. They have been great to start the year. I think we would expect that out of Oregon. They're 2-0. They killed Oklahoma State last week. Absolutely embarrassed them. Oklahoma State used to be a respectful Big 12 team. Not really lately. Dante Moore has looked really good at quarterback. First year starting for Oregon. He's been looking really nice. They don't have a challenge until 2 weeks. Actually, at the end of September because of buys. They play Penn State September 27th. That will be a massive game for Oregon.
Definitely game day.
Definitely game day because it's the whiteout as well. So Oregon has some time to warm up. They play Northwestern, who's 1-1. Who do you got?
I'm going to take Oregon. I am low-key kind of scared, by the way, for when Penn State plays Oregon.
I'm scared too.
I'm terrified. They put up a great game last week. Now, granted, it was a crappy team, but still, Penn State could barely score against FIU. So who says that they're going to do good against them?
We'll get to them too. We'll get to Penn State. I'm taking Oregon as well. Easy pick. Next pick we got Central Michigan versus Michigan. Michigan is favored minus 27.5. Michigan, man. What happened last week? Oh my, this was bad. Sharon Moore is suspended now. He's taking a suspension. So he will not be coaching this game. I believe it's another game too after
Why did he get suspended again?
As a part of the sign stealing scandal.
Yeah.
He was linked to it. So he got a suspension. He can't even be in the building at all.
Funny.
Like he can't even be there, even for like practices, I think, too. Like it's bad. But last week against Oklahoma, Bryce Underwood was terrible. I'll just say it outright. He was bad. He was 9 of 24 passing. That's terrible. 142 passing yards. Showed some flashes, but his accuracy was not great.
Sure.
It wasn't. They had a good running game. But that was about it. Bryce Underwood has to be better. Also, they got to let him rip it more. I thought Michigan was way too conservative. This dude is getting paid like $13 million in NIL. Let him rip it. They got to do better. Sharon Moore won't be there to coach, but I pick first. I believe I will take Michigan at home to win this game.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing Central Michigan. Need I say more? Give me Michigan.
Need I say more? Next game, a new team to talk about. South Alabama, not them, versus Auburn. Have we talked about South Alabama yet? I'm curious. We have not, actually. So they are new. They lost to Tulane by 2 points last week. Shout out to them. Auburn, though, 2-0, starting off strong. Jackson Arnold, the former quarterback of Oklahoma, is the starting quarterback. And he's looked good. He had a really good game against Ball State. 24-28 passing, 251 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. Didn't have to run on the ground, but week 1 against Baylor, he had to run on the ground a lot and was very effective there too. Not as effective passing, but really effective on the ground. So complete 180 from week 1 to week 2. Who are we going to get in week 3? Doesn't matter. They're playing South Alabama. Next week, though, they play Oklahoma. That'll be a fun game. Won't be game day, though. That'll be a really fun game. You pick first. Who do you got?
Auburn, obviously. The Battle of Alabama. Battle of Alabama. Give me Auburn.
We had a lot of battle of in-state teams last week. We did just have the Battle of Michigan that we just predicted as well. So
yeah.
We had Indiana State versus Indiana. I love it. Backyard brawl, the battle of the 2 neighboring cities.
You got another battle of the state battle coming up.
Yeah. Keeps getting more interesting. So we're both taking Auburn. Easy. Villanova versus Penn State. Oh, Penn State. Wish I could be so happy to talk about them, but last week wasn't the best. They did finish strong against FIU, but it took them a while to get there. They were really struggling at first.
Yeah.
Especially on offense.
Too good.
Drew Aller ended up with good stats. He did. But he struggled early. But he got it going later on. They only had 10 points at half. It was bad. And then they cooked at the end. Running game was great as always. That's what helped them. They got it going with guys like Devontae Ross and Luke Reynolds, who stepped up this week. We hope to see some consistency. Penn State is always lucky, I feel like, with easy schedules at the start of the year. They're gifted with that. because they got Villanova this week. They are heavy favorites. I don't even see the odds for them. Villanova, you're more of a basketball school. I'm not going to lie. Next week, though, they play Oregon. Nope, not next week. They have a bye week, and then they play Oregon. Oregon will be the next game that they got. So after this game, they have a whole 2 weeks to prepare for Oregon, and likely the whiteout, which I believe it is the whiteout. So huge game coming up for Penn State. They need a warm-up game. They got to get everything going. This offense needs to look perfect. And the funny thing is, too, is they've had like 3 straight home games as well. They haven't even been on the road yet, this team. And their 4th game will be at home, too, against Oregon. So they've also been blessed with being able to play at home at the first part of their year. So I'm taking Penn State to get the victory.
Yeah. I mean, Villanova. Hey, I will say, if you are betting on this game, Penn State has yet to cover in any of their games the spread.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Give me Penn State by 1 million.
Don't ask me about betting advice. If you listen to our NFL episode, you would know why.
Yeah.
Not good. Game of the week. Number 6, Georgia versus number 15, Tennessee. College game day is going here after they decided to be lame and leave Morgantown. Game day is coming to
Respectfully,
Rocky Top.
yeah, I would have left it too.
Just for another SEC matchup that we've seen a bunch of times, that Georgia has owned Tennessee over the years. Like, we have to see that again. I have to go back to Tennessee. Georgia has owned this team over the years. Owned them. Absolutely owned them. And they're going back to Tennessee to own them again. But let's preview it. Let's preview it, shall we? Tennessee so far. They beat Syracuse in my failed Superdog attempt and killed East Tennessee State. That should have been obvious. They've been looking good. New quarterback. They no longer have Nico Iamaleava. He's sucking at UCLA. Literally sucking. Joey Aguilar is the new starting quarterback, and he has looked pretty nice, but he has played against 2 garbage teams so far. No disrespect to Syracuse. They're not on that level. Tennessee has looked really good, and they are at home against a Georgia team that has looked really good. They beat Austin Peay, P-E-A-Y, 28-6. Not a high-scoring game. I think there was a delay as well, so that didn't help. But they were effective. They got the job done. They probably would have hoped to score more points, though. They had a good running game. Gunnar Stockton is now the quarterback. He's looked nice. Not perfect, though. But this is a big game for both teams. Both teams haven't been tested yet. This will be a telling game for how these teams are going to look. I think whoever loses this game, I don't think we'll have any overreactions about them as a team. This is a legit battle. Georgia has a tough schedule because after this game, they have a bye, and then they play Bama. So that'll be interesting. Could be game day again for Georgia. Tennessee, they got the SEC play coming up too. It's going to be tough. But not instantly. They got UAB. Then they got MS State, who did just upset Arizona State. Tennessee's got a while until their hard games come. Tennessee honestly has an easier schedule than other SEC teams. They really do, in terms of ranked versus unranked. So Tennessee, if you win this game, you actually have a pretty good path, I think, in the SEC. You got to win this game. I do not pick first. Carlin, you pick first. Who are you taking?
Oh, dear. Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me.
Whoa.
What's that coming down the track?
Oh. I don't know the lyrics. Oh, God. You caught me off guard. Oh, what's that coming on the track?
What's that coming down the track?
What's that coming down the track?
It's the red machine in the red and black.
It's the big
red
machine in the red and black.
Ain't nothing finer in the land.
Ain't nothing finer in the land
than a drunk, obnoxious Georgia fan.
Than a drunk, obnoxious Georgia fan.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
Sick 'em. Give me Georgia.
Wait. Are
yeah.
you serious?
Give me Georgia. I love Tennessee. I truly do. But you're right. Georgia has owned Tennessee, and I don't trust this offense. I would love if Georgia wins this game. I would love it. But I'm gonna differ. I'm gonna take Georgia.
First off, there's no super dog for this game.
That's
the
fine.
spread is too tight. But man, you just went against your Rocky Top.
I pray Tennessee wins, but I'm trying to catch up already. Give me Georgia.
Well, this is not going to help you catch up because I'm taking Georgia as well. But I get the feeling.
Well, I don't want to sink more. Did that surprise you?
It does. It does. And if Tennessee wins, then that's going to be absolutely hilarious. I feel like
I will come back and I will rage out on this podcast.
Oh, you'll never be able to like go against Tennessee again in your life.
Never.
If Tennessee wins this, that is, I'm perplexed. I am very perplexed.
Do you think I forgot the lyrics to Rocky Top?
Oh, I thought you were just like stopping me for a second, and then like you're gonna like go louder or something.
No.
Like I thought you were gonna get up and start dancing.
I thought about it. My original plan was I was gonna sing all of it, and I was like, "Give me Georgia." But
here's the thing: now, you can't sing next week if Tennessee wins, because you went against them.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, you can't.
Fair enough.
You can't sing. No singing next week for you.
Yeah.
None. 0. Next game we got Lincoln, California versus our favorite Arkansas Pine Bluff. It's not been good for the Pine Bluff.
Arkansas Pine Bluff. Yeah, they didn't do good last week. Good.
Last week they lost to Central Arkansas in the Battle of Arkansas. It's not been good. But it gets easier, I hope. Lincoln, California, staying in Arkansas, going against Lincoln Oaklanders. What even is an Oaklander? I don't even know.
No,
but I know what Arkansas Pine Bluff is. They are the Golden Lions. I smell a rebound win this week. Give me Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Yeah, I'm also going to stick with Arkansas Pine Bluff. Them boys, they need to get going. Golden Lions, man. I believe in them. I do. I think this is their week. They're going to take down Lincoln, California.
The team that they played in week 1, Texas Tech. Am I true in saying that? I believe I am true in saying that.
Yes, you are.
Yes. Texas Tech, we're predicting their game next. Oregon State versus number 21, Texas Tech. Boo! Texas Tech. I do not like you. But they're 23.5-point favorites. They beat Arkansas Pine Bluff in week 1. Then they killed another team in week 2, I believe. It has been a good year for Texas Tech, a Big 12 team. Week 2, they beat Kent State. Kent State got their first win in week 1. But this week, they are playing Oregon State. You pick first here. Who do you got?
If Oregon State actually put up a fight against Oregon and scored points, I actually might have took Oregon State as my super dog. I just don't see it happening. I'm going to take Texas Tech.
I'm going to join you. I will take Texas Tech as well. Next game we got Louisiana versus number 25, Missouri. I got to give a shout out to Bo Perbula, the former backup quarterback of We Are
Penn State.
We Are
Penn State.
We Are
Penn State.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I forgot to do that when we predicted.
I was going to say you did.
But I remember now because we were talking about a former Penn State legend, Bo Perbula, who has been nice so far with Missouri. Missouri's 2-0. They killed Central Arkansas. That means nothing. But then they beat Kansas in a very good game. Kansas is not a team to disrespect. They've already played 3 games this year, playing game number 4 coming up because they played in week 0. But Bo Perbula has been fantastic this year. Absolutely fantastic. Against Kansas, he went 30 of 39, 334 passing yards, and 3 touchdowns. He hasn't even had to run the ball a lot either. He's been doing it as a passer, which we didn't see a lot out of Penn State. This reminds me of Will Levis back in the day because we used him for his running ability. He went to Kentucky, and he looked like a certified quarterback, and he got a chance in the NFL. Bo Perbula looks nice. I feel like Bo Perbula would have been a great fit at Penn State if we didn't have Drew Aller already. Because he reminds me of Trace McSorley. He really does. Size, speed, everything.
Throw it
so
on
I'm really
a
happy
dime.
that he's...
Ain't nothing like that.
Throw it on a dime. Yeah, I love that song. I miss Trace McSorley. But he's been really nice for Missouri, and I'm rooting for him. I hope he does well. I hope he makes waves. Missouri's got a tough schedule later on. They got to play South Carolina, Alabama, Auburn, Vandy, A&M, Oklahoma. They got the gauntlet. They got the SEC gauntlet. But I'll be rooting for Beau Pribula throughout the year. I hope he keeps it up, and I hope he makes a name for himself. I really do. So for this week, they play Louisiana. I am going to take Missouri. I'll be low-key rooting for them throughout the year, mainly Beau Pribula. West Virginia is my first love. Penn State also. Technically, Penn State was my first love in terms of who I rooted for first. West Virginia, Lamine. Missouri, I'll root for Beau Pribula. If you're a Penn State legend, I root for you. Who do you got?
Yeah, I'm going to also pick Missouri. Top 25 brand new entrants. Give me Mizzou.
We're getting there now. Number 14, Iowa State versus AR State, Arkansas State. In terms of this game, Iowa State is favored minus 20.5. They're on the road. They've played a lot of football so far this year. They played in week 0 where I successfully predicted them. They're ranked number 14 now in the country, 3-0. They had a big game against Iowa, and they pulled out strong. That defense was fantastic at the end of that game. Iowa's offense continues to suck. Rocco Becht continues to be a great quarterback, though he had a very tough matchup against Iowa, but he got it done when it mattered most. So Iowa State has a lot of momentum. That Big 12 play is approaching very soon. The key for Iowa State, though, is they are not playing any ranked Big 12 teams this season, as it is, because Arizona State got unranked. So I don't know. We'll only be talking about them when they play, as long as they're ranked. Once they're unranked, potentially, we won't mention them. But I think they'll be ranked for a while. They are the team to beat in the Big 12, in my opinion. But I'm not picking first. You are picking first. Do you smell an upset here?
What's the spread again?
Iowa State's favored minus 20.5.
Give me the Hurricanes. Not the Hurricanes. Give me the Twisters. Give me Iowa State.
It's an inside reference if you're new here. Give me Iowa State as well. UTEP versus number 7 Texas.
What does UTEP stand for? University.
UTEP stands for... Let's see. Oh, well, no, it's just a UTEP Miners. Okay. UTEP...
University of Texas, El Paso.
So we got the Battle of Texas. Oh, my.
El Paso.
1-1 versus 1-1. Interesting.
They play at the Sun Bowl Stadium.
Interesting. Okay. We'll show UTEP Miners first. That's a name. They lost to Utah State, and they beat UT Martin. Okay. Interesting. After this game, they don't have a lot of exciting matchups. They don't even play Pine Bluff. They play
Not good if
bunch
they
of
don't
no
play
names.
Pine Bluff. Bro,
Sucks.
there's a Cane's right on campus. There's a Buffalo Wild Wings, a Taco Bell, a Whataburger.
They have a Whataburger?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Did you ever have...
UTEP.
When you were in Cali, did you ever have In-N-Out?
Yes, I did.
What did you think of In-N-Out?
It was good.
I like it. It's good.
It's good. I wouldn't say it's like generational.
It's probably one of the best fast food burgers I've had.
It's up there. It's pretty good.
I enjoy it more than McDonald's. Like Five Guys is a good burger. But
Five Guys is a great burger.
Five like it's not as great as Five Guys, but like for a quick drive-through. And when I was there, I was driving around with I have family out there, and we were driving, and they go, "Oh, we're not gonna go." They pull up to it, and they're like, "Oh, there's lines on." Meanwhile, we ate like 10 minutes right after, and they took me all the way to Universal. They had one right by Universal, and I went In-N-Out.
Interesting. UTEP Miners for everybody.
Versus Texas.
Texas. I like how we went on that. That was
Book 'em and book 'em, baby.
Horns down, Texas. They killed San Jose State 38-7. Arch Manning, is he back? Is he back? He beat a crappy school, ladies and gentlemen. Is he back? Well, everyone was going crazy online, like Arch Manning is back. He so much for that Ohio State game. He beat San Jose State. He had 4 passing touchdowns, even though he nearly had a pick after overthrowing a guy. He did have a pick at the end of the first half. But he's back, apparently, according to some people online. But Arch Manning had a good game, and he needed it. He just needed momentum because he still has some time. He's got Sam Houston after this. Then he's got Florida. But then it gets tough with Oklahoma, Vandy, Georgia. He's got some tough matchups down the stretch. So he's got to play better, and especially once you get to better opponents. The spread for this game, I don't even think is close at all. Texas is favored minus 41.5. Of course, I'm going to take Texas here.
Yeah. Hook 'em and book 'em, baby. Give me Texas.
Horns down.
Horns up.
Next matchup. A matchup that could have got game day. And I think a lot of fans would have appreciated this game to get game day. Because what a story it's been for South Florida this year, going against Miami. South Florida. Say your thing first. What do you got?
I was going to say, where would they put game day?
In Miami.
Okay, but they don't play at Miami. They play at Miami Stadium.
Outside, parking lot.
They play at Hard Rock. Yeah, because I guess for Pitt, they put it in
parking lot.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, parking lot. Should have been in game day, in my opinion. Tennessee doesn't deserve it. Even Carlin picked against Tennessee this week. Didn't deserve it one bit. West Virginia deserved it more.
No, they didn't.
I'll stay at that.
No.
South Florida, though, has been incredible. And week 1, we both predicted South Florida. Week 2, we disrespected them and took Florida. So it'll be interesting this week. South Florida has been incredible, though, beating those two teams. They've had a very, very nice season so far. But will it stand going forward? They already beat 2 ranked teams. Can they beat 3? They beat Miami. They're moving up far. But last week, they beat Florida 18-16. Their quarterback, Byron Brown, had 263 passing yards and passing touchdown, was their leading rusher as well. So this guy does everything for South Florida. Miami has been great. Carson Beck has looked really nice. He has looked like he's been in complete control, even back at the Notre Dame game. They killed BCU last week. I'm not going to look much at that because that's a garbage school, no offense. But Miami, it's very good. Carson Beck, very good. You pick first, Carlin. And I will say this. The spread is crazy disrespectful. Miami is a 17.5-point favorite.
Yeah, and here's the thing, right?
Here's the thing.
I've picked against Miami too many times that I can't pick against them again until they prove me wrong. Give me Miami.
Couldn't mean that spot, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I be fun and take South Florida?
You're up pretty good.
I would also like to stay up pretty good. I pick on who I think will win. I always do. This is a tough game. The spread is concerning. I am going to say that the spread is really concerning. Why it's that big. They beat Boise State, but here's the thing. But did Boise State just fall off? That's the thing. They might have just beat a bad Boise State team. Florida, Billy Napier, not good. I am going to have to say this. I'm not sold yet on South Florida. I will join you and take Miami on this one. Because South Florida, I just don't know. I congratulate them for being ranked number 18. They beat 2 formerly ranked schools. This would be a big game if they won it. At Miami as well. If they win it, they will get a lot of flowers next week. But that's next week. I don't have faith yet. I'm taking Miami to win. Next game we got Ohio versus number 1, Ohio State. I'm just calling them Ohio State. They are not the Ohio State in my eyes.
The Ohio State University.
The team that couldn't beat Michigan. Ohio Bobcats, the team that just beat my Mountaineers last week. They're an interesting team. Best team in the MAC last year. They have quarterback Parker Navarro, who looks like Justin Fields out there running the football. He is an incredible running quarterback. And I think he'll pose a lot of problems for that Ohio State defense. His problem is that he threw 3 interceptions against West Virginia. That's not good. And that's probably going to be something interesting to watch. As a West Virginia fan, I'm really hoping Ohio makes this close so that the loss doesn't hurt as bad. because then you lost to a good Ohio team. Ohio State had a great week 2 after beating Texas. They are the number 1 team in the country. They killed Grambling State, but then again, it's Grambling State. Julian Sayin had a very good game, aside from his only incompletion last week was a pick. That was his only incompletion. But he had 4 passing touchdowns. He looked really good. Jeremiah Smith is back as well. But it was also against Grambling State. So there is that. The spread for this game, Ohio State is favored minus 30.5. Who picks first? I pick first. I'm going to take Ohio State. Some revenge here, hopefully. C.J. Donaldson, Ohio State, running back, former Mountaineer. He will look to get some revenge for the Mountaineers. Give me Ohio State.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to take Ohio State as well, and I think they're going to crush Ohio, and I think that loss is going to hurt a lot more for West Virginia fans. No offense, John.
I feel. I'm going to take a timeout. I'm going to save this spot. If something popped up, can you refresh your page?
I already
potentially?
Did.
You did? Okay.
Yeah, it kicked me out. Yeah, so I came back.
Okay. Good. Okay. It doesn't affect the recording. It did that to me yesterday, but I did have to refresh. Yeah. So I just wanted to make sure. We're at 51 minutes. So I'll make sure to edit that. All right. 3, 2, 1. 18th matchup we're predicting. Arkansas versus number 17 Ole Miss. Ole Miss survived Carlin's Superdog pick last week. They beat Kentucky. That was a scare for me, at least. But Ole Miss prevailed this week. They're playing Arkansas, who used to be good, but they are 2-0 to start the year. Arkansas beat Alabama, A&M, and Arkansas State.
But not Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Not Arkansas Pine Bluff. Ole Miss has been good to start the year. They lost Jackson Dart and Trey Harris last year, but they beat Georgia State and beat Kentucky. So that's some great momentum. They have a tough schedule in the SEC coming up. Ole Miss is favored
7.5.
It's tight. Yeah, 7.5.
See, okay, so here's the thing, right?
Do you try again, Carlin?
I didn't realize this until you said it. And F it. I'm going to take Arkansas to beat Ole Miss as my super dog. I don't like it, especially back-to-back weeks. I would love it a lot more if it was at Arkansas. But then again, Ole Miss beat Kentucky at Kentucky. So maybe the roles are reversed.
Man. If you fail again, that's 0 for 2 going against Ole Miss.
I will probably never do it again.
That's crazy, man. Well, I'll take Ole Miss to differ from you. That'll be fun to watch. We'll see. You go 0 for 2 in Super Dogs against Ole Miss. We'll see. WMU versus number 9 Illinois. Illinois, if they win, they could have a potential Gulch game day against, who did I say it was? Indiana.
Western Michigan University, by the way.
Western Michigan University is WMU. Interesting. Illinois has been really good to start the year. They have been really good. They beat Duke. I took Duke last week. My bad. I'm not going to make that mistake again. Luke Altmaier, their quarterback, he's been really nice. I believe he's the returning quarterback from last year. I remember him hearing his name a lot. But he looks really good. This team, ranked number 9 in the country. That's a huge compliment from the AP. They play WMU. The odds don't really matter because we both did our Super Dogs already, but they're favored heavily. I'll take Illinois to win this game.
Yeah, I'm also going to take Illinois. There's really not much rhythm to it.
There is not a lot to it, but there's a lot to this upcoming game. A game that could have been game day as well. Number 16, Texas A&M versus number 8, Notre Dame. Notre Dame is a 6.5-point favorite, so you could have taken Texas A&M as your super dog, but you chose Arkansas. We'll stick with it. Notre Dame, I didn't even say it last week. They were on their bye. They're 0-1, and they're ranked number 8 in the country. Interesting. Not last week, week before, they lost to Miami in a very, very close game. I liked what I saw out of Notre Dame, especially their quarterback, C.J. Carr, who was a first-time starter as well. He had a pretty good game against a tough Miami team. I liked what I saw out of him. They got Jeremiah Love, who they got to get involved a lot more. He'll be a top running back when we talk about the draft. I liked his Notre Dame team. They have a good defense as usual, but they got cooked a little bit against Miami. But they did make it close. I would say that. They're going against Texas A&M, who is 2-0 right now. If this game was at Texas A&M, that would be one of the toughest environments to play at, but it is not. They beat two easy teams by nearly identical scores. They beat UTSA and Utah State. They are led by quarterback Marcel Reed, who is very interesting himself. He can do it in the air and on the ground as well, but his in-the-air performances have been pretty good this year. 19-28, 220 passing yards, and 3 passing touchdowns against Utah State. So they're starting off pretty good. Notre Dame is a pretty good team as well. So it's going to be a tight game. It really is. Notre Dame being at home is a huge advantage, but you pick first, Carlin. Who do you got?
Can you allow me a grant here?
A grant?
Yes. Can you pick?
You want me to pick first?
Yeah, because I want a different.
But you should be confident in the team that you're predicting.
But I want a different.
That is the number one rule here on Inside the Deck.
But I'm okay. But
you need to be confident.
But I'm confident in both teams.
That doesn't matter. You have to like your pick. You have to like it.
What's the spread? What's the spread?
Notre Dame is favored -6.5.
Oh, there could be a difference.
You're gonna pick first.
I'll take Texas A&M.
You'll take Texas.
Can I switch my super dog?
Okay. Do you want? Okay, you want to switch? Are you sure? Or are you confident in Arkansas?
Here's what's gonna happen. Whatever team I don't take it on, that team's gonna win. Right?
Possibly.
I'm gonna stick with Arkansas no matter what, and I'll stick with Texas A&M no matter what.
Okay.
Can I decide? Can I decide by 23?
Okay. Who your super dog will be?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll take Notre Dame. I'll differ from you easily, and I was going to take Notre Dame no matter what. I think them being at home is the big difference maker here, and I think CJ Carr is going to have a nice rebound game. Florida versus LSU. LSU is only favored -7.5, but they are at LSU, the number 3 team in the country. Florida, the Fire Billy Napier chants are starting again, a yearly tradition in Florida. It's not looking good. They lost to South Florida this past week. It's not looking good down there. The fans are pissed. It feels like being back at WVU with hearing the Neil Brown conversation. Feels like the exact same thing. It's rough for Florida. If they lose this game, it's going to get even more rough for Florida. They have a talented quarterback in DJ Lagway. They're going to need him to step up. It's going to be tough. LSU, really good defense. Really good defense. Limited Clemson to only 10 points. It killed, I wouldn't even say killed LA Tech. LA Tech only had 7 points, but LSU only had 23 points. Their offense struggled. Garrett Nussmeier threw it a lot. Kind of struggled. Didn't have a great game. So LSU is needing a rebound win, and beating Florida would be a nice way to get that rebound win. So it's going to be a big game. It's going to be a really big game. I pick first. I'm going to take LSU. I think after this game, the Fire Billy Napier tweets and comments are going to just further increase. So I am going to take LSU to win this game.
All right. I'm also going to take LSU as well. Yeah, I think Florida's head coach has to go before they can do something big. Losing South Florida, I mean, at least they got ranked. If you lose to them and they get ranked, it's worth it. You know, doesn't hurt as much. LSU
Doesn't hurt as much.
Death Valley night game. Is LSU also called Death Valley too?
Yeah.
Why would they both be called Death Valley? Pretty stupid.
Pretty stupid. Well, LSU beat Clemson, so I feel like they own it more.
Yeah, there's the Battle of Death Valley.
They own it more right now. 2 more games to predict, and this one will be tough. Vandy Vanderbilt, the story of last year, versus number 11, South Carolina. South Carolina is only favored -4.5. It is tight. Vandy this year, have they been as good as they were last year, being the big upset team last year? They're starting 2-0. They've started off really good, playing Charleston State week 1 and then killing Virginia Tech in week 2. Diego Pavia is back at quarterback. He looks pretty good so far. They beat the Hokies last week. Virginia Tech starting 0-2. That is a good sign for me, personally. I don't like Virginia Tech. So now they got South Carolina. South Carolina is also starting 2-0. They got the QB Lenoris Sellers, who has some injury concerns, but I think he's okay from what I've heard. I don't think there's anything wrong with him now. I think he's going to play. Did he play last week? I believe he did. Yes, he did play last week. Played just about the whole game, it looks like. But he didn't have a lot of great stats, so maybe they're conservative with him. That's something to consider in this matchup. But it is at South Carolina. It's a tough environment to play in. We don't know if we got the same Vandy as we do last year. Big game. Carlin, who do you got?
I'm going to take South Carolina. Massive environment. I'm sure it's a night game. Give me South Carolina.
And I was going to do this no matter what. Give me Vandy. Big upset coming up here. I love Vanderbilt. I love what they did last year. It was so fun to talk about them on a week-by-week basis. Hopefully we get to do it again after Vandy beats number 11, South Carolina. Final game to predict. And then you got to choose your superdog. Number 20, Utah versus Wyoming. I don't even think the spread is close. This should be an easy game to predict. We're at the hour mark already, so this should be quick. Utah has looked pretty good to start the year. Utah's favorite -23.5. They've been nice. They beat UCLA week 1. I stayed up late to watch a lot of that game in week 1 against UCLA. That was hilarious to watch them kill UCLA. They killed Cal Poly last week, 63-9. Utah plays West Virginia at the end of September, and hopefully Utah is still ranked by that point so we can preview that game. Though they play Texas Tech next week, that's going to scare me. Hopefully Utah wins that as well. So we can predict.
That could also be game day. I think the better chance is definitely Indiana versus Illinois.
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna take Utah here to wrap this up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take Utah as well.
Big decision.
My gut's telling me to take Texas A&M, but my heart is saying that Arkansas got it. Give me Arkansas.
I was going to say, we did a whole spiel about this being your second attempt against Ole Miss. I feel like you have to do it.
I was going to say, I got to stick my grounds because I think I'll be kicking myself more if I switched and Arkansas won than if I stuck with it and Texas A&M did it.
That's fair. And that's going to do it for us this week. Thank you all for listening to this kind of longer episode
Go Pitt.
Of our predictions. Go West Virginia. Backyard Brawl. Stay tuned for that. We'll probably hear a lot of reactions on socials for that game. So that's going to be a time. Thank you all for listening. That's going to be the last podcast episode for the week on Inside the Dome. Next week, we will be in our normal rhythm with NFL weekly episodes and college football weekly episodes. That will be a weekly occurrence.
Also, by the way, this is 297.
I was just about to say that.
297.
This is 297.
So next week 28. So 2 weeks, NFL should be 299. It should be 300.
Yeah, 300. Well, we don't have a confirmed 300 episode yet.
Yeah, I mean, if we're keeping just what the schedule is, it would be NFL. Yeah, but if we do something else, man, who knows? There might be enough news that we can actually be worthy of doing an episode in general.
It would be after WrestlePalooza.
It would be after
WrestlePalooza. If WrestlePalooza is interesting, maybe we'll do a special 300 episode. We typically do a special episode.
Yeah, we might.
For the mouse sounds. We'll see. But yeah, 300 is approaching. We just celebrated 100 on The Final Verdict. Speaking of The Final Verdict, our weekly Peacemaker episodes will continue. New one dropping at the end of the week. Check that out. We had 3 episodes drop earlier in the week, so check all of those out if you haven't already. Gen V starts next week on the Final Verdict, so check that out as
Summer.
well. That'll be another weekly series.
Summer I Turn Pretty ends next week as well. So stay tuned on TikTok and Twitter
TikTok.
for the reviews on that as well. And we listen to albums.
Yes.
John and I have been listening to albums. We haven't talked about that, but
Yeah, we've been dry on the music side of things. We have been busy, but I think once we find some time, maybe in an album that's worth talking about, possibly something can happen there. So check all that out. Follow the socials as always: our Instagram, our Twitter/X, our YouTube, which some of you might be listening to on, our TikTok as well. Follow all that's in the link tree in the link in bio. I think as long as this edits well, I was late on the NFL episode. I might make like a separate YouTube video of just our backyard brawl prediction and just make that separate, but as an added thing to the podcast.
Fair
So
enough.
check out the YouTube if you want to relive our backyard brawl predictions. I might do that depending on how long this takes to edit. It was glitched yesterday for NFL. That was not fun. Not fun at all for me. You can find all of our links in the link in bio. Other than that, though, another week of college football is upon us. West Virginia, I hope you win. I
Go
really
Pitt.
hope you do. Don't say that. Throw that hat off right now to end the episode. Throw that hat. Throw it. That's terrible. Okay. Let's wrap this up with Carlin Jacob. I am John Dodaro. Go Mountaineers. Have a great day, everybody, and see you next time on Inside the Dome.